Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Fellas, what's up?
What's up?
Welcome
What's up?
everybody in
What's going
to
on?
Ep19, post NCAA Final Four championship, whatever the case may be. Um, you know, my delivery ain't too good, man, because this has been a bad weekend. I mean, it's been a bad. I mean, I don't care how you slice it. It was a rough weekend for your boy, but you know what? I'm up in here though. I'm up in here. What's going on, fellas? Everybody good? Y'all had a good week? Hopefully, well, I kind of got a sense of how y'all weekend went. A few others, I think, probably had a bad weekend, but we got, you know, all my brothers. But I sense that we might have a couple of haters in the group that might have been able to straddle the fence and go either way it turned out. They was good with the results. They was covered. You know what I mean? Either way it went, they were covered. But we're gonna get into that, and I think they're gonna be exposed by the time it's all said and done here tonight. By the end of the ep. But yeah, man. So what's up, fellas? T Shaw, 001. What's up, man? How your week been, man? Your weekend?
Good, decent.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Some things took place.
Yeah. Yeah. Things got out of hand. Things got out of hand this weekend a little bit.
Fast.
Gabe James, what's up, man? What about you, bro? You had a good week, man? Good weekend?
Yeah, I can't complain, man. When all your teams is already knocked out, you can enjoy sports.
True
Just sit
that.
back and watch.
A pressure free weekend, right?
Yeah,
Pressure free
absolutely.
weekend and Monday. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big Sterl, what's up, man?
Oh man, all good, bro. Everything was good until last night when I saw Houston beat up the babyface assassin the way they did, man. That hurt me, bro. Y'all can't treat him like that.
Hey, man. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, your squad, man. They'll be all right though.
Yeah.
Big Shaw, what's up, man?
And call it, bro. Despite the Gamecocks losing, I had a great weekend, bro. I went and did some fishing.
Oh, okay. Well, it
Yeah.
must have been a good day out there then, because you know, if that helped kind of heal those wounds from that Gamecock, game or whatever, it must have been a good day out there, man. You probably caught some bass, probably reeled in a few lobsters and everything.
And be exposed by the end of the show. And you ain't wasting no time. One has been exposed.
Yeah. Who that old Sterl?
Like, thorough.
Hey, yo, man. So I guess that's it, man. Let's get into it, man. We're gonna say, we're gonna talk about the NCAA's, and we're gonna talk about the women first. And I think I prefer to go with a throttling instead of kicking them to sleep. Like somebody else would say. That just sounds so rough, man. Just sounds so brutal and disrespectful. So I'm gonna say that, man, and I'm gonna say, last week we all heard it. My concern, at least outwardly, was UCLA. We saw what UConn did to them. I really didn't expect UConn to do that to UCLA. I will say, in the back of my mind, and I didn't say it because I didn't want to speak it into reality, is like, you know, um, I'm trying to speak UCLA in there because, yeah, UConn, there was a little bit of a problem, and I just kind of based that on, I always thought back to in season matchup when UConn came to Columbia, and they pretty much did the same thing. And so I was like, man, you know what? Is this a mark of them just being um, that much better, or it was it kind of a fluke game, especially with the Gamecocks being at home? But it was just too convincing of a win for me to totally lean on the side of, or majority lean on the side of it being a fluke as opposed to them having, our number. So yeah, I knew it was going to be, a tough matchup, but I thought I even bought into some folks saying, "Hey, yo, man, Gamecocks, Don Staley and the Gamecocks, they don't lose to the same team twice." And I was all in, man. But yeah, fortunately for me, it made it easier because I didn't wake up until like 6 minutes left in the third. And I thought to myself, damn. So I didn't waste a whole lot of time sitting there. I just started walking around doing little stuff and listening in. And then when it got to like, I don't know, 8 minutes or so, 6 minutes left in the fourth, I just flipped the strip and went to something else. So, but yeah, man, that was rough. And that's where I am with it. Yeah, we're gonna go to King Gamecock Shaw next over there to get your thoughts, man. See what you think.
Well, y'all might not believe this, but I was surprised by the thrashing we took. But
Right.
actually losing to him, I wasn't as surprised as you would think I'd be, because I
Mhm.
just like I've been telling you, Paige Beckers is the truth, and I like her better than your girl. Had it not been for those injuries, Paige Beckers is the one. So, I mean, I took that thrashing, but the blow was softening. As you can see, Dawn already reloading the clip.
She already is, yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good, man. It's all good. If it had been anybody, I'd have rather lost to Paige Beckers, though that makes no sense, than UCLA.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. You can't really hate on Paige, man. And I agree with like 98% of what you said. And we won't get into the 2% I disagree with, but because I know it's gonna just organically happen. It's gonna come to a head and we're gonna talk about it. Yeah. Oh man. So, I'm gonna stay right now because it was a Gamecock game, man. I'm gonna stay in Carolina right now. T Shaw. 001. What you think, big dog?
Well, if you go back to last episode, you'll see that I kind of knew UConn would win, even though I picked the Gamecocks just to be different, just to be me.
Right.
But I kind of knew UConn would win already, but I ain't know they would do us like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something just felt different. It ain't feel like your typical Gamecock team.
Yeah, you're right. Something felt different, like they didn't come out to play. And then even with Don Staley, she was like, it's almost like she was on the bench, like, shit, man, I'm coaching what I got. Almost like, hell, I can just play the hand I'm dealt. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting down for a nice game of spades. But you know, yeah, that probably was a bad example because that don't really happen to me. Give me a hand and it's on. I don't care what's in it. But Gabe, Gabe James, what you think, man? Let's hear it, man. What you got?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to catch the whole game, but thank goodness for YouTube, where you can watch the whole game in 15 minutes. And for what I see, Coach Don got outcoached, and I almost feel like, I don't want to say that, I ain't gonna say she was cocky, but it's almost like she took that team for granted, because I didn't expect that. I
Mhm,
expected the game to be a whole lot closer than that, and it seemed like almost from, I don't know what, middle of the first, second quarter,
mhm.
they were never in the game. And this is a
Well,
championship game. You got to have some kind of retaliation in the second half. And it's like she had nothing.
yeah, uh,
And every
yeah,
time they showed her face, she had her hands in her face, and like she
right.
had no answer for what was going on. But I
Okay,
Well,
would say this is probably one of the first time I would say she just truly got out coached. I'm
you
not
was
gonna say it was the talent. She got out coached.
UConn had the best player in the gym, and we aren't that team. We weren't that team this year. Did you see how many games we lost? 3 games, but there were a lot of close games, man. So like
Well,
we don't have
yeah.
a dominant player. We don't have a dominant player, not one.
Yeah, and like I was saying, man, I think one, they were definitely too small this season. Gabe, I don't know if I totally agree with her being out coach as opposed to you just got to go out there with what you got, man. We know where UConn was coming from. And then, it was like, Gino came out with pick your poison. Y'all looking for Paige, and I know y'all, prepared for Paige, but we're gonna let AZ run this thing. And boy, she went off. Fug went off, man. So I don't know.
Yeah, but the only thing I'm saying though is like even so they were losing the first half, but how you give up that many more points in the second half than the first half? Because they gave up 46 points in the second half, and then they just couldn't score. Like just looking even at the they just couldn't score. They just couldn't score.
get, and if you look at it, it was like a lid was on the basket, man, from the start of the game. They couldn't score. But I don't know how you coach that back in. Stir, what you got, man? Go on and give us what you got.
Y'all got kicked to sleep, bro. That's basically
Here
what happened.
you go.
Y'all got kicked to sleep.
But we want to know
So,
why,
I'm
Sterling.
just
Why?
messing with y'all. I'm just
We
messing
want
with y'all.
we want to
So,
know why.
Hey, so last week when I picked UConn, I just had a funny feeling that the path was paved for them. So check it out. They were lined up for a big matchup with USC. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Your girl
Yeah,
went down,
Juju went
right?
down.
So that
Yeah.
was a big blow, even though they played, but that was a big blow. So okay, it's like, all right, so now we just got to get through UCLA, and that was the first time I ever seen UCLA play. Um, a lot of their offense is focused through big girl, but once you
Right.
neutralize that, what else they got? So that was easy. And then I think from a UConn perspective, I went into the big house and kicked y'all to sleep. So
Right.
now I got y'all pretty much just unbiased territory.
Right.
So I already got the confidence to know what we can do, and so I just thought that the pathway was paved for them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just messing with you about kicking to sleep. I didn't expect. I didn't expect the game like that. I expected them to win, but I thought it would come down to maybe like a possession or two, but not like that.
And
Not
Nate,
like that.
Nate,
Yeah.
let me just piggyback off that for 1 second. And you're right. We didn't have any answers for them girls, which is probably why we picked up the nation's #1 scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you
Oh,
was
for
gonna bring
sure.
that up.
Earlier
Yeah.
today. So we'll be back. Same
Yeah.
thing, make you laugh, make you cry.
Look like
Yeah.
looked like that beating might have pissed her off too. She said, "Don, I'm coming." She said, "Don, I'm coming, girl."
Yeah.
But
But yeah, man.
you knew that probably was going to happen. I'm even looking at the stats. South Carolina had 2 players score 10 points, and that was the highest scorer on the team.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh
That's
yeah.
crazy for a championship
Definitely.
game. That's crazy.
They won't have
Definitely.
the championship next year.
Definitely. But I don't know what it's going to look like for UConn next year, but I think recruiting it's going to make a difference the off season for next season. And thankfully, these off seasons go fast, man. Before we know it, we'll be right back here talking about South Carolina with #4.
Yeah.
So
But UConn got old girl coming up in the wings too. What's her name?
Sarah Strong.
Yes.
Strong. Yeah, she
So
a bad girl.
Yeah.
she
But
coming up in the wings too.
yeah,
So
but we ain't tripping off her, man. Don know what she got to
Oh,
do now. It's time to put Gino ass out the pasture. It's time for him to go.
Yeah, she
It's
just
time
added
for
the
him to go.
#1 score in Division 1. Yeah, they're gonna be all right next year.
man,
Yeah,
they
it's time.
took him from the nose, dog. Come
No,
on,
I'm
man.
not
Y'all can't
surprised.
keep him.
Florida State
No, we
stay
can't
getting
keep
ripped,
nobody.
boy. Florida State stay
We
getting
can't
ripped.
keep
That's some
nobody.
bad business. That's some bad business. Stay getting ripped, but it's all good though, man. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was much of a shocker, more so than just a kind of disappointing kind of reality that came to fruition because I knew it was possible, but man, for it to play out, that was rough to watch right there, boy. Even the little quarter that I did watch, because that was about it.
I missed the entire game. I didn't see one play of it, man. I just came
Yeah.
back fishing.
And
So
see, that's why
no,
I felt that, man, like the energy off, man. I done slept through the first half, and like you said, you was out fishing. Oh man, yeah, they just
How
didn't
y'all
have the
don't?
support,
Wait a minute.
man.
How y'all don't watch y'all team in the championship game?
it was my birthday Saturday, bro. So
Yeah, I know,
Oh,
man,
happy belated. But I
and
know
you
you
know
had a
how,
Happy
phone.
belated.
and you know how it go, man. When the body shut down, baby, it's gone. Ain't nothing
and
I can do.
when the fish biting, I don't even check on the game cost,
You know
bro.
what I'm talking about? My dog was out there stacking the freezer and the cooler, baby. But yeah, so yeah, man. So it is what it is, man. So now continue with NCAA's, man. We're gonna talk about these dudes here and the Gators. They edge Houston. The only thing I'm gonna say about this, man, is Houston got out Houston. I didn't see that coming. They got out Houston. The Gators played wire to wire. Houston played wire to wire. I think the Gators defense just shocked them boys. It shocked them. And then especially at the end, to not get a shot off, man, I would have thrown myself in the dude or something, just flip the ball up. Whatever I had to do, bro, that was it. But I couldn't come down with it and just be stuck there trying to box it out. And then when that was happening, it's like your boy, the next Houston player that was closest to the ball, he didn't know what to do. He was kind of standing there watching for a minute, almost like Cam did when he fumbled the ball in the Super Bowl. When that ball fumbled, and he just kind of watched it roll around
Don't
before
do
he.
that, man. Don't do that, bro.
That's kind of what it reminded me of, man. But yeah, I was somewhat surprised that the Gators pulled it off. And it's a funny thing, man, I'll share with y'all that happened to me. So over the course of I guess 2-3 days. So I was watching the Duke Houston game. Man, it's coming down to like 3 minutes and everything, and I'm sitting up in the bed, I'm watching, I'm rocking back and forth, watching, rocking back and forth. Next thing I know, all I knew is I was asleep, but I was still like thinking, and in my mind, I was like, I ain't watching it, but yeah, Duke got the game, man. It's over. And then I woke up just in time to see Houston standing around the reporter and they all smiling and laughing. I'm like, what just happened? And so I'm rewinding and everything, trying to watch. I'm like, oh no. And so then last night I'm watching the Gators game. And I was like, oh, here it come again. I'm falling asleep. I was like, Houston got it. Well, it don't matter. Woke up, the Gators standing around the report. I'm like, what the? What did happen? So that shit happened to me twice over the span of like 3 days. Like, bro, you got to stop falling asleep, man. But even with that being said, I thought Houston was going to win. I was pulling for the Gators a little bit because of my girl, my oldest daughter. She's, for whatever reason, she liked that school, man. And
You didn't say
then
that.
of course, because of our boy Sterl gave y'all peeps, old brother Mo Buckets and everything. So I'm wearing the hat in his honor and everything. I'm glad it ain't the Gator colors or nothing, but you know, I can't really be mad at him. I can't hate on him because I like Clayton Jr. and I like his play. So yeah, man, it is what it is. The Gators got him, man. Um, you know, and for whatever reason, if Ed happened to see this episode at 18 minutes and 55 seconds, no love for you, buddy. Go to bed, Ed. Yeah.
Man,
So, Sterling, what you think, man? What was your thoughts with that?
I was rooting for the old dudes, even though I knew in the back of my mind I knew Florida would probably win, but I was rooting for the old dudes, and it was like a tale of two halves.
Yeah.
And just like what Shaw Dog said about the Gamecocks, it just looked like in the second half, the shots that was falling for them in the first half, it just
Yeah.
wasn't there, and it just seemed like they were just pushing so hard to try to score that
Yeah.
they would start throwing up. They were just throwing up BS at half the time,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. Yeah, so it was like a tale of two halves. So it was. I think it was a combination of Florida's defense, but also them just not being able to make shots in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one hurt, boy. That one hurt Houston and Samson, boy. That hurt them bad.
Mm-hmm.
001, what you saw, man? What did you see?
I feel like Houston took a lot of bad shots.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they basically gave Florida the game.
They did.
They contained Florida's biggest weapon. And I feel like they had it, man. They just should have moved the ball better. It got stuck too many times, too much one-on-one.
Yeah. That was tough right there, man. So, hopefully they'll get back. I wouldn't mind seeing them get one. But I think I don't think they're losing everybody, right? I know they're losing your boy, what's his name, Robertson or something like that. And then I don't know who else they losing. I think they're losing your boy with
It's two of them.
the boy with the bad headline. I think they're gonna lose him too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs that NBA money, boy.
Houston will be back.
Hey, that
They'll be
NBA money ain't do nothing for KD. So what?
No, KD ain't come in like that. He had a good. If you go back and look, he had a good grade ahead of his head when he came in.
Well,
He let that go after he got that money.
Some cause them things to turn into them bitty bees.
It's called IA. He got money, so he ain't got to look a certain way. You don't go into the league looking like that.
Yeah, he do, man. Man, KD look like Pumpkinhead, man. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie. KD look
I
like
remember
Pumpkinhead,
you remember I sent y'all a text during the game. I was like, bruh, you can't have a big forehead, a bad edge, and bad hair all at the same time. Good Lord.
So hey, so check this out. So Gabe James, I know you had to be going for the Gators. You had to be pulling for them, but let us know, man. Let us hear it from Gabe James's mouth. You was pulling for the Gators, right?
I absolutely was not pulling for the Gators. But I was just watching the game. I was just watching the game. But when I was watching the game, I was like, who wants to win this game? Because I don't know who it was for the Gators, the center. This dude traveled like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
I'm like, are they going to pull this guy out the game or they're going to keep letting him throw this game away? Just like the championship game. You going to keep letting this dude travel the whole game? It's like 4 or 5 times he got called for a travel. I'm like, this is crazy. And then, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think his nerves got to him early, but go ahead.
Yeah, his nerves was with him for the whole game. But Florida, technically, I think they could have won the game big if not for a bunch of mistakes and turnovers. And actually, both teams had a lot of turnovers. Yeah. But two quick stories, man. It's funny you wearing that hat because I actually called Mo during that Florida Auburn game when they was and Auburn had the lead at the time at the end of the game. And I was like, man, you watching the game? He was like, no, I'm watching like I said, man, how you not gonna be representing your team? It's bad luck not to watch a team. So he starts watching it, and then that's when Florida made that little run at the end. So now, of course, for the championship game, he's like, yeah, I made sure to watch the whole game. And I said, oh, now you want to watch the game. And the other quick thing is that Houston Duke game. Boy, let me tell you, that's where the gambling guys come back in again. Because everybody had Duke to win that game.
Yeah.
Everybody had Duke, including myself. And I had a payout that they was gonna pay me. Say, hey, you want to take this money? You can take it now. I was like, nope, I'm gonna go to the end because I know Duke got this. And them boys blew it at the end. But yeah, man, Florida. Yeah, congrats. Hey, congrats. They got the bragging rights. Now I got to hear it for another year for basketball too. So, but yeah, it's they definitely, that was a better game, but it was a lot of turnovers, man.
It was
a lot of turnovers, man. A lot of reckless was playing.
Yeah, it was a high energy game, man. It was up and down big time, boy. Like, man. Yeah, I was looking at them cats. I was getting tired myself from the start of the game. I mean, they were.
Yeah, it's back and forth. Miss, travel. I'm like, and it was so, and like nobody could hit a shot. It was like they going up and down, just jacking up shots, missing. I'm like, boy, whoever started making some shots, that's who's gonna win the game. But it was
Yeah.
semi-entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you there, man. Shaw, what you think?
I thought, well, not thought. I enjoyed both games, man. But the Duke game turned out just like I knew it would. And that wasn't just, that was what you call a monumental, historical collapse.
Damn, we about to have a problem.
That was terrible. And as far as the championship, it went like I told you it would, man. Florida has, you shut down Florida's top player, but hell, Florida has a bunch of, I wouldn't even call them role players. It's like all of them pretty much, when it's time, all of them gonna do a little something. Like I don't know if that's making much sense to you, but
Yeah.
you can count on quite a few, the majority of them, to do some little thing to get it done. I told y'all last week, like Florida got a bunch of players, man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any one or two person, two people. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah. That's true, man. It's like almost like, Clayton was like, just keep me close, fellas. Just keep me close, because, it really take a lot of, focus realistically, man, to shut down a key player for an entire game. Even if you let him loose for 2 or 3 minutes, that might be your butt. And yeah, that's all it took. Yeah. So
But you
yeah,
got to get a
man.
shot up though. You can't
You
lose
gotta
a
get the shot
championship
up.
game and not getting that shot up, man.
Yeah. They would have had to call me for travel or offensive foul or something, because I was
Or
going.
just get blocked. If you get blocked,
Yeah,
you get blocked. But you got to get a shot
I
up.
was going to jump in the dude to do something. Yeah,
I thought
it just
about
like,
it. I thought about it if I was an old boy with the ball. I think before I would have dropped that ball, I might have came down on top of that
Yeah.
Hey, kick my leg out or something.
Yeah.
hey, Sterling, I was just about to say the old Reggie Miller kick out.
Yeah, I
You know,
kick
Yeah.
my leg out or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, so Sterling,
Anything but what he did.
I knew you was going for the Gators.
No, I wasn't. I told you I was going for the old dudes, man.
Yeah.
I was going for
Yeah,
the
them
old
boys,
dudes.
them boys packed their lunch. They had their work boots and everything. I thought they was ready.
Hey,
boy
they came out like that.
came straight off the job site in them dusty jeans and boots, boy.
Who
Went
wanna
right
hoop?
to work. Let's go ball, baby.
Nappy hair and all.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I said, hopefully they'll make it back next season, man. As far as the women go, South Carolina, they already the projected favorites to win it all next season. So yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see. But then also, man, so moving on from NCAAs, and we'll talk about the big boys a little bit. Now that we're kind of getting an idea of the NBA, how the NBA playoffs shaping up. And I wish I had my little graphic up here, but I couldn't find one where we wouldn't get into some kind of copyright trouble, so I just left it alone. But what I can tell you is that the Lakers are greatly positioned to do their thing in the West, to at least make a deep run in the West. See, I'm not being all unrealistic and ridiculous saying, yeah, we're gonna win it all. But yeah, we are in a great position, man, to make a deep run. Because we don't have to see anybody ranked higher than us until maybe the third round, might even be the second. But anyway, yeah, I think. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
You see who y'all slid to play in the first round as of today?
It was Denver, right?
Absolutely not.
Who?
Y'all, as of today, y'all be playing the Timberwolves in the first round.
Oh, I thought you was about to say somebody, man.
Ooh.
Okay,
Come
so
on, man.
so as of yesterday, it was Golden State. Y'all not winning those 5 or 7 game series between either one of them two teams.
Man, Golden State little, man. Tell them, come on. Tell Golden State, come on. We are not worried about no Golden State, and we damn sure ain't worried about no Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? I think the Timberwolves still trying to play to get in. Don't do that, man.
They are. They're going between
Right.
the Warriors and the Timberwolves are going back and forth.
Right. So how you gonna do that, man? That was highly disrespectful. That's real, man. I wish we would get the Timberwolves. I really wish we would. Come on,
Man,
man.
it's all about matchups. It's all
Man.
about matchups.
Y'all
Yeah.
don't, yeah. I don't know,
Julius
boy.
Randle about to melt like a big old icicle. Watch. You'll see. And then it's just
That's
gonna
it.
be Anthony Edwards.
Nas Reed.
Nah, Sterl, you go ahead and say what you got to say, but it look like y'all boys got some tag team going over here, cousins.
No. I mean, like Cuz says, it comes down to matchups. So I just think on paper, I just don't see y'all matching up. I mean, I don't see it,
man.
but
This is so highly disappointing.
They're gonna put Nas Reed on Luka, and then it's gonna be LeBron to do everything else. And then to me, I think the Minnesota, I mean, they're gonna use Rudy a lot more because the Lakers ain't really got a center. I don't see y'all winning a 7-game series, and then I just don't think y'all can run with the Warriors.
Well, you know, the thing about the key for the Lakers, man, that we can just simply get, you know, and the best way I could say it, man, simply get LeBron to stop being so childish right now. I don't know what's wrong with this dude. He kind of held himself together all his career. Now he making these little rounds and he attacking everybody, all the players, the media, everything. Like, dude, what's wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying? He need to get his head back in the way he need to be right now, because right now what he doing making him look real weak. You know, from just I don't know, man. It's making him just making him look real weak mentally is what I'm trying to say. Like, dude, what you doing, man? And everybody say he's always so calculated. This part of it, I just don't see it. This almost like some Trump like calculation right here, because everything he do, you think, my God, man, how is he ain't that smart. I don't know what he doing. So yeah,
I know what's going on.
He need to bring it back to the court. He need to bring it back to the court. But yeah, so Sterl, you done? You got him in? Anything else you got?
Well, no, I mean, personally, I think y'all got a better chance of beating my boys than Timberwolves, simply because we lack that length. That was apparent when we played against Houston. We just too short.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's even more interesting. Y'all picking Minnesota with this subpar play, and y'all think they can beat the Lakers.
That's not subpar, bro.
It is, man.
Don't let that record fool you, man.
Look at where they are, man.
It was one game for the finals last year.
That just goes to their mentality. That was last year, dude. I'm talking. Look how they look this year. Hey, listen, man. Let me get my resident LBJ King James, expert in on this, man. T-Shaw, get him right, man. Help him understand, brother. Help him understand, man.
Well, the West is wide open for one. But for two, y'all tripping, man. We saw what Luka did to a better Timberwolves team last season in the playoffs with a halfway Kyrie Irving. Because if Kyrie Irving plays 7 games, he gonna give you 2 good ones. I don't see the Timberwolves beating the Lakers.
That's just crazy to me.
Now the Warriors, Steph Curry just different. Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler just different in the playoffs, bro.
Jimmy, yeah.
Jimmy Butler is rough in the
That
playoffs.
sound like you saying that the Warriors could take the Lakers if they play them.
He didn't say that.
Look.
That's what it
With
sound
the
like you
West
saying.
being wide,
He didn't
with the
say
West
that.
being wide open, the Warriors could potentially take anybody over there.
Man,
Potentially.
Man, shoot. I don't know, man. Them young boys in Houston made a believer out of me last night, bro. They
Hey,
different.
I
Now
got a
that is
bold prediction.
different.
Houston will win a series.
aren't we putting aren't we putting the boots to OKC again tonight, even though we're sitting everybody? But the one thing I say about playoff Jimmy, he was big time out east, man. He too small out west. We're gonna get the first look at playoff Jimmy out west. He too small out there, man. We're gonna see all that running around. Hell, he about the same size as Curry out there. He too small. And then Curry ain't gonna be and then Curry all that curling and shooting, all that, man. He ain't gonna be able to do that all game, man. No, he ain't gonna be able to
I
do
don't know. We said that a couple years ago.
that.
Amen.
Hey, that's when I was with him though. This year I'm totally against him. You know what I'm saying?
So the only way that you'll accomplish that is if you beat them up like Houston did. Because they beat his ass. He took an ass whooping last night. I mean, physically took an ass whooping.
hey, yo, but on the real, see it. I can already see it. Shut dog, help bring them on home, man. On these Lakers, man. Help them understand, bro. You know what I mean?
You got the
Help
right
them
one this
understand.
time.
Wolves in 6.
Oh wow!
If you bump head with Ant-Man, Wolves in 6.
Man, I done seen Ant-Man check out of too many games mentally, man. I done seen him check out of too many games mentally. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm literally genuinely sitting here telling y'all I'm not concerned about no Ant-Man. If anything, that's gonna be their downfall, bro. That's all
That
I'm gonna
man
say
just had to
about
pay
that.
$1 million some in child support. You think that man gonna come out and ball out?
Allegedly.
He trying.
Allegedly. That girl said he ain't pay a damn thing.
Well, shoot, you
So
ain't gonna get the money the same day. Shoot,
well, even
that
if he had
first.
agreed, I don't know why he can't wire that same day. Why? Why not?
Don't work
Hold
Why?
on.
like that.
Hold on. God say you ain't gonna get the money the same day.
That's what you tripping about. Jeez.
Yeah, but even if it's a real thing and she didn't get the money the same day, the lawyer would have had it all worked out and he would have been like, yo, you have nothing to worry about. It's good as in your bank account. But and again, going back to what I said, why can't she get it the same day? If the agreement is there, the money just sitting over there, all it is like a couple of clicks and a password, boom, it's
I
over
take
there.
my time. I take my time too. I would take my time too.
Well,
I might
yeah,
change my mind. Maybe I want to do monthly payments.
especially the way she did him. Then they say she was like 35 and he was 23. You saw the picture they had of them up that age. He was looking like
That's
her
not the worst
son.
part. The
That's
worst part is
crazy.
because the worst part is the baby was consumed in Georgia, but she tried to move to California to get more money.
She wanted it all.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She wanted that LA child support. But yeah, man.
but
So
but I'm glad. I'm happy to see you talk about the Lakers. You didn't even give my Magic no love, even though they in the running for the playoffs too. Just
They
kick
are.
them on to the side.
yeah, they
The
playing in.
Magic pretty
They
good.
they playing in. But dog, you know why? Because we was out west right now. And then, I was just gonna say, as far as the East, man, I see it being, you know, ugh. Yeah, as far as the East, man, I see it being, the Celtics coming out of there. And like I always say, man, damn Jaylen Brown, damn Jason Tatum, and damn Deuce. I don't like none of them. None
Don't
of
be
them.
disrespectful, Nate.
I don't like none of them. I don't know
I
why
don't know
they keep
why do you
bringing.
see the Celtics?
Why?
Yeah,
Have you not seen them? Yeah, they
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 did the
they
same thing
balling,
last
man.
year.
They balling, and there's nobody in the East that's gonna
They
prevent the
don't.
Celtics.
Last year,
Stop that, Nate.
There's nobody in the
man, they
East
had that
that's gonna
same
Man, them
prevent the
damn
roster.
Celtics.
Cavaliers. Don't sleep on them Cavaliers, dog.
Man,
Please
Exactly.
don't do that.
I'm a huge Spider Mitchell fan, but that I watch Spider Mitchell. I'm in awe at his game, and I'm watching, but at the same time, I'm waiting on him to get hurt. And then just a couple games ago, he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know that he's back yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing with them,
Jalen
man.
Brunson, he's back too for the Knicks.
What that mean? Man, the Knicks ain't about to beat nobody, man. They getting throttled tonight, I'm sure. They're playing Boston tonight. What happened with that?
They are winning by 1 point with
The Knicks are?
27.4 left. Yeah.
So
Boom.
Boston done ran them down from what I saw earlier. See what I'm talking about?
Boston ran them
Knicks
down.
The Knicks need to chill, man. The Knicks need to chill, man. It ain't happening,
You
bro.
must have forgot the Boston. Everybody they played last year, the star player got hurt. They had an easy little route to the finals last year.
Yeah,
That ain't gonna happen this year.
remember.
Oh, I remember that. And this year they got an even easier route. Watch, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. Watch, just watch. They're gonna be there. I just hope they don't win it all. And I just hope they don't win it all. Gabe, no, it won't be the Magic. No deep run, no none of that. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening, bro.
You might get further than your Lakers.
Don't do it, man.
Ooh.
Don't be
Don't
mad.
do it. That ain't
Don't be
gonna happen
mad.
either. That's not gonna happen either, Gabriel. None of that,
Be
bro.
mad.
Come on, man. Don't do it. So
I hate to say it, but I think the downfall of the Lakers is gonna be that the Lakers with LeBron and Luka, because Luka is starting to get all that attention, and everybody in LA is loving Luka. I just think it's gonna cause some tension soon.
Hey, man.
LeBron want to ring.
That just means,
Tell him go win.
we won't have to worry about him and Bronny next season. We won't have to worry about it.
Damn, you just shipped Bronny out with him, huh?
Yeah. He can go too.
Damn.
I hope LeBron don't see this and come after me. That's my son, Nate.
Give me back my son.
Damn. You kicked Bronny out too. Dang.
But although he did come in and hit that smooth 3 the other night, I said, okay. I just be like, dude, you just never know when he gonna be on the Laker bench or back in the G League. It's like, dude,
It's wild.
man. That's crazy to me, man. That's crazy. Nobody else does that. And then Bron running around trying to defend all the heat. How can you, man? He being treated differently than anybody else that ever came through the league. Are you kidding me?
That's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah, think about it. Who's under more pressure? Is it would you say LeBron is under more pressure when he first came into the league, saying that he's the the anointed one, the king, or would it be his son having to play on the same team as your dad, who they're saying is the greatest of all time?
Hand downs based on the words that came out of LeBron James' mouth. Per those words, LeBron James definitely had the most pressure. Like he said, when he came out, he was playing for everything, for his family, all of that, better life, this, that, and the other.
Exactly.
They asked him about Bronny. He said, man, Bronny just come out and play ball, man. He don't have to worry about, no money and nothing. He play and when the game over, no matter how it went, he go home, man, and he play video games. So yeah, he ain't got no pressure. And he already got $8 million. What the hell?
That's true.
Damn pressure?
Yeah, that's true. That's
what I'm saying? So nah, dude, definitely LeBron. Definitely Pops had the most pressure, man. All right, man. So just real quick, man, we're moving along pretty good, man. We actually got time to touch on it, man. So instead of going into the rap, we're gonna talk real quick about this. Cause I don't know, man. I just want to see where y'all stand on it, man. And since we're in the playoffs, I'm in NBA, and we're gonna ask about Mr. Ja and his controversy. Is the dude just slow? Or is the NBA overreacting? I mean,
go ahead, Nate.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know if that was a gun or not. I can't be 100%. I can't for sure say that was a gun. I never seen a fucking gun. It's exactly shaped how the shit he was doing. So
What get What Gil said? Gil said it was the Super Soaker 3000.
Yeah.
Ja, the point the Super Soaker 3000 at them boys. But I don't know, man. Gabe, what you think? Overreaction by the league, or is this some more self-infliction by Ja and well deserved?
I don't think it's well deserved. Of course, they're gonna come down harder on him anyway. But I think it's just playing out silly. It's silly. Like, why would
Oh,
you didn't on Ja Morant's behalf?
okay.
You didn't get in trouble twice
Right.
for like gun stuff,
Yeah.
and you gonna do that? You could have did any other gesture. You could have gave him the middle finger. You probably wouldn't have gotten that much trouble. But you
Right.
gonna choose to do that,
Yeah.
knowing that
Yeah.
everybody looking at you.
Knowing it.
That's
Yeah.
I think it's man. And be honest with you, man, anything like if he does anything that has to do anything, if they catch that cat playing Call of Duty, man, you know what? Fine him, suspend him. You deserve it. That's stupidity. All that money you getting in your pocket, and all they telling you is just
Yeah.
don't get filmed with a gun and don't make no gun gestures and nothing. Like, man, come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He should be like a all-star and face of the league by now.
He should. T-Shaw, what you think?
I think Ja need to chill, man.
Yeah.
Tank.
I had it was a dude arguing with me at work saying, "Well, everybody does it." Well, everybody don't have videos of them
Mhm.
Yeah.
flashing guns on the internet.
Right.
And like you said, man, you a star player. You a potential. We supposed to be talking about Ja as the face of the league.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just people from here, where we from, you just want to see them do better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it, man. That's real right there. That's real right there. And then for him to come out with that whole "woe is me" statement, that didn't make it any better, man. Talking about, so I'm tired of this, man, and everything I do is this, that, and the other. Come on, dude, grow up, man.
I didn't hear that.
Grow up, bro. Yeah, he released a statement about he tired of, you know, how much of this can I take? And
Who's
um,
the publicist?
every no, this was John.
Yeah, who's his publicist? That is true. Yeah. That
Yeah,
one stuck on
dawg.
stupid too.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you just making it worse, man. All the advice dude's been getting, um, it seemed like from day one, just been wrong, man. He need to change out a whole lot as far as his surrounding and the company he keep and all of that. Because apparently, those that are there now can't get through to him, and maybe nobody can. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. So
I
yeah,
can't
I
feel
don't know,
sorry for
man.
him. How hard is it to be? Hey, don't make any gun gestures. Don't get caught filming yourself with guns. How hard can it be?
Right. And I heard somebody say the other day, what if the problem is he just really like that? Like he just really gangster. He just can't help it or whatever.
But
But,
he ain't.
you know,
We all
like
know
they
he ain't.
say though, he was in the video, he was holding the gun like this, playing around. Don't no gangster hold no gun like that. But I, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I do feel like I can't understand his frustration, to be quite honest, with all the scrutiny that comes his way. So I think on a certain level, I just feel like, yeah, I guess on a certain level, I feel like, it's deserved, man. He's earned every bit of it, and it seemed like the
But
older
is
he
it
get, the
scrutiny?
less he can understand. Oh yeah, it's
Is
definitely
it you think the NBA is scrutinizing Ja Morant? When it's in their contract that you have to act a certain way, not to make the NBA
right,
league look bad. It's in the
right.
contract.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah, he's definitely
Well,
gonna be under heavy scrutiny, man, just based on what got us to this point, what started it, what got us to this point. So yeah, he definitely gonna be, under heavy scrutiny. And then the NBA is sitting there saying, "Bro, damn, we sat down, we had this conversation the first time. we went light on you. We had it the second time. We had to sit you down, you know, for I don't know if the 25 games came first and then what, a season or half a season or however it went. And then, we find ourselves back in the same spot, bro. It's like zero tolerance. What do you not understand about zero tolerance? You know what I mean? It's just crazy, bro.
Well,
You know,
it sounds to me like pops need to step in and be pops. Now I don't, and that might be unfair to say because he's a grown ass man, but think about it. If your pop is in your life as much as he show up to games and stuff like that, you gotta have some sort of influence. You know what I
Pops ain't gonna
mean?
do that.
well, it
Pops ain't
almost
gonna do that.
feels like, yeah, true enough, he pops, but it feels to me like that money is his pops. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Mm.
pops bow down to that money, man. That money and that lifestyle. Pops bow down to that.
But
So,
the thing about it is his son about to mess all that up though.
oh yeah, he definitely about to
You know
mess
what
it
I
up.
mean?
But,
He
No,
about to
did you
mess
see
it all up.
his dad actually was on that show? I can't remember what show it was, but he was talking to somebody else about that, saying that he's scared to say stuff to Ja because he's the one that makes all the money.
right,
Oh,
So
come
he
on,
right,
ain't
man.
gonna sit. Yeah, he ain't
right.
gonna sit there and tell him what he shouldn't do. And
Come
I'm gonna tell you,
on.
Yeah.
man. Be honest with you, if I'm the owner of the Grizzlies, I'm pulling the Luka boy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm a undercover. I'm gonna trade this dude. And I'm gonna tell you, I wanted him with the Magic when he came out of high school. I want the Magic to trade up and get that dude because I like Ja Morant. But
Yeah,
you can see the path that he's going down.
yeah, you can, man.
I'm gonna trade him now while his stock is high. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
and then
sorry. I got to trade you.
even realistically, like for his pops, if he, truly like, worshiping the money or a slave to the money or whatever, I mean, this ain't Ja's first year in the league. He should have had at least 10 mil in his own bank account by now. That's all I need. I got them 5 to 10 mil in my bank account, and then I'm back to commencing the riding that dude like he back in middle school or something. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't
I'm
think it's
beating
that
on
though.
him
I
and
think,
everything, whatever it takes.
but think about this, Nate. I think his dad like being in the limelight.
Oh, he
So you
does.
can have the money, but if Josh say, you know what, I'm tired. You got your money, don't dad more than anything because he liked being in that spotlight.
Gabe, let
Everybody
me
know
tell you
who his
something.
dad
Let me tell
is.
you something, man. 5 to 10 mil gonna get me my limelight, buddy. It's gonna get me my own limelight. It don't have to be courtside. It might be
Yeah,
stage
maybe for
side if you
you,
get
but
what I mean. But
but
I'm
for his
gonna have
dad,
my
that might be the
limelight.
highlight of his career being a like I said, I know I went to a couple of games when Mo used to play, and when you go to a game for a player, you been too. When you go to a game, a player's guest, you get treated differently than just buying a ticket going to the game.
I
You
know,
go into a
man, but
different tunnel, you get free
yeah, but
food, people treat you different.
I was about to say they can have all you can eat chicken tenders and all that shit, dog. I'm gonna take them 5 to 10 mil, and I'm gonna have my own limelight, bro. I'm not, no sir. I ain't going for it, B.
But you have a different mentality. He may not have that mentality.
It's
That's
just a
not man
shame.
Well,
mentality.
I'll put it this way, and it sucks to be them because they're about to
Yeah.
ruin it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So
The
I guess
NBA
they,
gonna make an
yeah,
example out of him big time and he ain't gonna be able to recover from it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So hope the best for the youngin, but it just don't seem like he want the best. He just won't, do his thing or whatever. But yo, man, it is what it is, man. So I don't know, fellas. Look like we got her done. Um, you know, um, yeah, we got it done. I think we come to the end of another, I think, great episode and everything. It was a little sitcom. I was trying to think of the name of the song, and it was like, now we've come to the end of the show. Or something they just be saying it's some old school stuff. But Tashawn, you probably wouldn't recall it. It's back from that Jordan era. But you know, yeah, man, another great episode, man. Like I say, coming off of a rough weekend like this one, you know how they say you sit down and you talk. It's like therapy, man. You get it out. I feel great now. I feel great. And now that I've gotten that off my chest, and especially knowing that My Lakers poised for a deep run. The Shaw 001, I will say our Lakers. You know what I mean? We all find common thread at some point on here, but
Dang.
And the Lakers do have all their players playing tonight, Nate. You said they sitting everybody. LeBron
I
and
know,
Luka
Gabe.
is playing.
I know you was looking to debunk, but I'm glad to hear that because the last I heard, they had LeBron, Luka, and AR-15 on the injury list. So yeah, so I'm
they
glad to
playing.
hear that. So that means OKC going to really get put in their place. See, we're going to get them. We're going to do away with them before the playoffs even start. So by the time we get there, they mentally they're going to be gone. Them cats young, man. They're going to SGA going to show up. He probably have a bunch of points, but he ain't going to have no assists. No defensive stats, none of that. And then everybody else just going to fall off. Chet, he always roll his ankle or something. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, So, yeah, fellas, I think that's a wrap, man. Any parting words from any of you guys? Nobody was really a hater tonight. I'll say that. Sterling was kind of low-key, but we got through it.
Who's
We
that
got
on that
through
hat? I was low-key. Yes.
What's that?
Who's the Mo on that hat?
Mo Buckets. That's Sterling and Gabe Peeps, man. But he played for the Gators, man. He won a national championship with them boys. And then he went on to the league, played for a few different teams, Philly and the Warriors. He actually won a championship with old Chef Curry out there when he was young and could still run around. Talking Chef when Chef was young and could still run around. Now he old. We ain't worried about no damn Steph Curry.
I don't know, man. Steph got another score, and he looked like a different player.
Man, and I know we're supposed to be trying to get out of here. We got 3 minutes, but Gabe, I just want to understand. And it's just dawning on me how you go from hating Steph Curry since he came in the league, and now all of a sudden you giving him props.
I hated Steph Curry. I just don't be.
Well, hated on. I'll put it that way. Hated on him. How about that?
Can you get that episode back when he hated on him?
Oh, we gonna get that one back. I'm gonna have all kind of clips from now. He gonna sit here and look how he tried.
He had KD. He had KD for a while. So, he was chilling. And then when he lost KD, he got one more. I will say that. But I mean, I've been giving the man his props recently.
I gotta keep my eyes on you, G. You're the real chameleon, boy.
If you playing like shit, I'm gonna tell you. But when you start playing good, I'm not gonna talk about you. Be real with you. He's been playing good ball. He needed some help.
Oh, this is gonna be a great season, man, and winding down this season because I'm talking about the thing about it is, bro. If you ain't know no better, you see how he posted up over there, just looking all serious. You would think he was Steph's agent. That's crazy to me.
I just call
That's my dog. That's my dog, Gabe James.
Steph said, "Get me some help." They brought in Jimmy Butler, and the man started performing.
Yeah, little Jimmy. We gonna see. Little Jimmy. We gonna see what little Jimmy does out west in the playoffs.
I know KD probably wish he took that
running around. He out there running around amongst all them big dudes out west. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that. He running around on the court. Come on, man. And then next thing you know, the playoffs gonna be over. Jimmy Butler gonna be mad. I don't like it here. Get me out of here. He gonna be forcing a trade.
You tripping, man. I'm telling you, don't be shocked they win the whole thing this year.
Yeah, I would be shocked. And on that, man, I'm gonna say peace, man. On that, I'm gonna say peace out, man. We appreciate anybody out there watching. Took a little break, but we're gonna get our views up and everything like that. Besides, this is a great conversation from some great guys. Who wouldn't want to be a part of this?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up, man. So yeah, peace out, fellas. Any parting words from anybody?
Oh, sir.
Peace.
All right. That's what's up.
Next week.
Next week. Indeed.